Oh, hello. Sorry. This my purchase Loctite. I was trying to glue my spoon back together. There's a symbolic reason we're gluing the spoon back together. You'll see in a moment. Okay, so for today, it was supposed to be the British reforms and revolutions. We were looking at British reforms and the ones from from the time of the Industrial Revolution, and then political reforms, and looking at those. You had some notes from yours truly, and then some and my open book questions. Now we're going to shift over to France. Remember Metternich said, "Hey, when France gets cold, when France sneezes, everybody else gets cold." The prince, and who was the conservative, who was um, against revolutions. No pun intended with COVID-19, but still, you have revolutions, the French revolutions, 1830, 1848, other changes in government. We went back to even some of Napoleon's nephew running things as a republic, even though ended up being a dictatorship in actual practice, the Third Republic. Again, France goes through a lot of turmoil. Even after allegedly coming back with the Louis as king, that's what we're focused on for on Wednesday and due on Friday. Same type of setup. You have I give you some videos, the ones that are in the brown here that you're going to fill in, and then you've got some questions to do. These questions are 8.3, and in the open book, so pages like 195, 196, and then you're going to look at some of the points that we didn't talk about in the notes. And then there's a big thing that happens that starts anti-Semitism called the Dreyfus. I believe that it says his name, Alfred Dreyfus. He's a French um, um, captain in the military, and he ends up getting accused of and convicted for treason, but he's falsely set up, and it's a result of anti-Semitism. And there's forces a movement called Zionism, where against anti-Semitism that you'll learn about. So you can do one of two things: you can watch the video, or you can look at page 188 to 200 to answer questions 4 through 6 in the open book. Actually, that should say 4 through 7 in the open book. 4 through 7 in the open book. Let me change that right now. And then it'll hopefully be changed for everybody. Okay, so let's look at also the get your here. What we're going to do here and is an assessment piece, and we've done something like this before, and for you guys, I think pretty straightforward. Nothing super high stakes. I think you're all capable of this. So look at this like we would do something in class where I would say, hey, we're going to do 20, 15, multiple choice questions or 10 multiple choice questions as a check. Well, over these two particular concepts, the French and British reforms and revolutions, we're going to do a check. That's going to be on Monday. Now I set it up like you've got a review sheet here, and the review sheet, if it opens, this review sheet will be, when it loads, will be have the concepts. But there's really no need to study in the traditional sense, okay? I'm going to say that again. There's really no need to study in the traditional sense. I know some of you know what's going on, and that's why I did this, because obviously last year it was its own quest, but we're not worried about last year. We're worried about the present time. So here's how this is going to go. You're going to take the open no questions in synergy assessment. You're going to at this point, it's going to be about 20 multiple choice questions. Review and make note of the incorrect questions. Reread notes to determine the correct answers. Okay, that's what you're going to reread the notes to determine the correct answers. Then you can retake for replacement grade. Now, if you get 92, 93, and you're fine with it, hey, great. Don't take the replacement. That's fine. Again, so it's not a super thing to get stressed about. You'll have sufficient notes. The questions will be there. You'll be able to use your notes. notes that I'm referencing, the ones that we were supposed to have done for today, the British ones and the questions, and then the French ones, and then the questions for Friday. So it's imperative that you get those done in order to do that. You see that the topics are here as well, that will match up with the notes in what we've done Monday of this week and Wednesday of this week. And we'll match up with notes, starting with British and then moving into French. Okay, reforms and revolutions. And that will cover that. That will be Monday's activity. We don't have anything formally for Friday because it's Good Friday. So again, nothing to. There's no real. And I hesitated. And I went back to give you the review sheet or even tell you about this because I don't want you to get all flustered about it. It's not worth it. You'll have an opportunity to do this with looking at the notes and matching things up, and even if you get them wrong, rereading the notes and reviewing, and then being able to go back and retake it again for a replacement game. So it's like one of those practice things we do. Hey, I give you a set of questions. Hey, you can take it as many times as you need to get full credit. That's the way that you can that you should really be reviewing this more as a checkpoint, not as a test you need to study for. We're gonna have quizzes. No, I'm not gonna publish the quizzes because there's no need to publish the quizzes. Okay, so hopefully that clarifies that. Questions, email, Google private message, remind, office hours Thursday, whatever you like. Okay, all right, there we go.